Welcome to today's Vinyasa to Yin Yoga class. So what that means is we're going to start out with a little more upbeat class, moving the body up and down off of the mat like a Vinyasa flow class. And then halfway through the class, we're going to switch into more of a Yin Yoga style class, which means we're going to hold poses for a couple of minutes, allowing the body to open up and become a little more expansive. So what will be helpful in this class is if you have two blocks. Towards the end, we'll be going into modified pigeon. So you can take your blocks, you can set them at the top of your mat. And to start, we're going to come into child's pose with thread the needle. So what we're going to do is bring our big toes together. You can let your knees come out to the sides. And we're going to inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands out in front of you. And then inhale, reach that right arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread that right arm in between the left knee and the left hand. And then bring the side of your head down to the mat. So if that's too much, you can always place a block or a blanket under your head. And then I want you to take that left hand, if it feels good to you, and reach it above your head towards the top of the mat. This creates a little deeper stretch between the shoulder blades. So let's press into both hands, keeping the pose nice and activated as we breathe in through the nose and then out through the nose or the mouth. Focus on your breath. Inhale and exhale. Keep going at your own pace. Two more breaths here. Now bring that left hand down more by your head. Press into the left hand, pushing the body up, reaching that left arm up to the side, and then bringing the right hand back down to the mat. I might have said the wrong side. Anyway, we're going to come back into thread the needle with the left hand this time. Inhale that left arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread the left arm in between the right kneecap and the right hand. And then rest your head and your ear on the mat or on a block. And then if it feels good to you, walk that right hand above your head, placing the fingertips on the mat. And then press into both hands. And as you inhale, feel that expansion in your shoulder blades. And as you exhale, allow yourself to soften and release. Inhale, exhale, and inhale, and exhale. A few more rounds here at your own pace. And then walk that right hand back down towards your head. Press your right hand into the mat and then lift that left arm out to the side and then bring it back up. Now we're going to come up onto our knees, moving into puppy pose. We're going to walk those arms out in front of us, stack your hips over your knees, and then slide the arms out in front of you like you are a begging puppy. So you're on your forearms. You're allowing the chest to fall down towards the mat, and then allow the forehead to come down to the mat. If you're finding it hard for the forehead to come to the mat, use a block or a blanket to place it under your forehead to give you a little more support. And then focus on the breath, inhaling through the nose, and then on the exhale, allow that upper body, the chest, to get nice and heavy, creating expansion in your shoulders and in the chest. Stay with the breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. Inhale. And then exhale. Now I want you to press into your forearms and lift your upper body up and then over, moving into Sphinx pose. So our elbows are under our shoulders, our forearms and our palms are pressing into the mat. Our gaze is straight ahead. So go ahead and relax the pelvis, relax your legs and your buttocks. And as you gaze straight ahead, imagine you're pushing your heart center forward. Feel the expansion in the chest as you breathe in through the nose. So broaden through that chest area with every inhale. And then take another inhale. And on the exhale, I want you to bring that forehead down to the mat. Bring the hands back by your ribs. We're going to do 3 baby cobras. So inhale, peel the forehead up off the mat. Bring it into baby cobra. Exhale, roll it back down. Inhale, roll it back up. Exhale it down. Inhale it up. And then exhale, bring it back down. Press your hands into the mat, push up and back so you're sitting on your heels. Once you're sitting on your heels, I want you to walk the hands behind you. The fingertips are facing towards the top of the mat. And I want you to bend your elbows and lift up through your chest, opening up through the throat. Stay with the breath. Take another inhale. On the exhale, come back up onto your hands. Bring the hands out in front of you. We're going to come into down dog. So tuck your toes, lift the hips up to the sky. Go ahead and pedal your feet here a few times as you continue with the breath. Take another inhale. On the exhale, walk those feet up to your hands. Bring it into ragdoll. Bend those knees. Let that head hang heavy. And go ahead and grab on the opposite elbows. Maybe you want to gently sway left and right as you inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and release the hands. On your next inhale, go ahead and roll it up to mountain. Reach those arms up to the sky. And then grab opposite elbows. Lift up through the forearms, getting longer in your mountain. Take another inhale. On the exhale, I want you to step that right leg, or left leg behind the right leg, and then take your upper arms and just go ahead and stretch to the right. A little side twist here. And then inhale back to center, bring that left leg back, and then go ahead and move your arms, crisscross the forearms the opposite way, grab onto the elbows, inhale, lengthen through the spine. On the exhale, bring that right leg behind your left leg this time and stretch it over to the left. Take another inhale, bring the body back to center, right hand comes back into mountain, and then bring the arms into cactus arms. And we're gonna inhale, we're gonna open up that chest, a little back bend here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bring it back to center. Go ahead and inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come down to the mat, step it back into plank. Take an inhale, and then exhale, knees, chest, forehead, all the way down. Inhale, roll it up into a little deeper cobra this time. Pull that heart forward. Take another inhale. On the exhale, roll the forehead back down to the mat. Push into the hands. Bring your seat back to your heels. Sit on those heels. Walk your hands behind you. And inhale. Bend those elbows. Open up through the chest. Maybe allow the throat to open as you continue with the breath. Take another inhale. On the exhale, bring that chin into your chest, walk your hands forward, tuck those toes, push up to downward dog. And downward dog, take an inhale, lift that right leg up for three-legged dog, bend the right knee, bring that right heel towards your right buttocks. Give yourself a nice little stretch through that right hip. Take another inhale, straighten that right leg, square the hips up with the top of the mat, coming back into three-legged dog. Take another inhale. We're going to step that right foot forward, coming by the right hand. We're going to go into warrior one. Turn that left foot out, press into your feet. Inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. Square those hips with the top of the mat. Now take the hands, interlace your fingers, rest them at the base of your skull. Bring your elbows forward, lift the elbows up, and then take your gaze up towards the sky. Continue with the breath. Keep opening up through the heart. Take another inhale, bring your spine back to neutral. Go ahead and bring the arms out into cactus arms. Pivot that left foot so the toes are facing towards the top of the mat. We're going to push up into warrior three with cactus arms. So take an inhale. On the exhale, push off that left leg, coming into warrior three. So squeeze your shoulder blades together. Keep pushing through your heart, opening up through the heart center. Continue with the breath. And now bring that left leg beside the right. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. Go ahead and take that left hand, grab onto that right wrist. We're going to take the right leg behind the left leg this time. So we're going to do a little side bend again. So go ahead and reach the arms over to the left. Continue with the breath. Inhale, back to center. Take the right hand, grab onto the left wrist. Bring your feet back to center. Step that left leg back behind the right this time and reach your arms over to the right. Continue with the breath. Take another inhale. Bring the arms back to center. Go ahead and rest your arms at your side. And then inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come to the mat, step back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, forehead, all the way down. Inhale, roll it up into a deep cobra. Exhale, push back to downward dog. Once you're in downward dog, we're going to inhale that left leg up for three-legged dog. Bend the left knee. Bring that left heel towards your right buttocks. Continue with the breath, opening up that left hip. And then straighten that left leg, square the hips with the top of the mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, the left foot comes through to the left hand. Coming into warrior one, turn that right foot out. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, warrior one. Bring the hands behind the base of the skull again, interlacing them the opposite way. Pull the elbows forward, and then inhale, gaze up at the sky, opening up through your heart. Take another inhale. On the exhale, straighten through the spine. Bring those arms back out into cactus arms. Pivot that right foot so it's facing the top of the mat. Take an inhale. On the exhale, push off that right foot. Bring it up into warrior three with cactus arms. Once again, work at bringing those shoulder blades together. Pull that belly button back towards your spine. And see if you can pull forward through the heart. Take another inhale. On the exhale, bring that right foot next to the left. Hands come to heart center. Go ahead and take an inhale. Exhale it out. So standing at the top of the mat, we're going to come into eagle pose now. So go ahead and inhale, reach those arms out to the side. On the exhale, bring that right arm under the left arm. Bend the elbows, wrap the forearms around each other. Then go ahead and bend your knees, and then place your weight into the left foot. Cross the right leg over the left leg. That big toe can rest on the mat if that feels good to you. Pull those elbows so they're shoulder height, and focus your gaze on one spot. Breathe into the back of your heart space, opening up any tension you're holding on to there. Take another inhale. On the exhale, uncross the legs, and then we're going to step that right leg back into warrior 3 with eagle arms. Take another inhale. On the exhale, I want you to unwind your arms, bringing them down to the mat, and then stretch that right leg up for standing splits for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale. On the exhale, bring that right foot back down to the mat. Step the left foot back to the right. Here we are in plank. Exhale, knees, chest, forehead, all the way down. Inhale, roll it up to cobra. Exhale, push back to downward dog. Walk those feet up to your hands. Inhale, roll it up to standing mountain. We'll move into eagle on the opposite side now. So standing at the top of your mat, take the left arm under the right arm, bend your elbows, bring the hands to your shoulders, or wrap your forearms around each other. Bend the knees, place your weight into the right leg this time. Cross the left leg over the right. Elbows are shoulder height, gaze is focused on one spot. See if you can sit down a little bit lower in your chair. Focus on moving the breath through the body. Notice if you're wanting to crunch in, see if you can keep lifting up through the chest. Take another inhale. On the exhale, uncross the legs. Take another inhale. Exhale, step that left leg back behind you, coming into warrior 3 with eagle arms. Take another inhale. On the exhale, unwind the arms, bring the hands down to the mat, press the left leg up towards the sky for standing splits. Now bring that left foot down to the mat. We're going to step the right leg back to the left. Here we are in plank. And exhale, knees, chest, forehead, all the way down. Inhale, roll it up to cobra. And then exhale, roll it back down. We're going to stay right here and move into locust pose. So bring those legs together, thighs, knees, calves, ankles, feet. And then stretch your arms behind you, interlacing your fingers behind your back. Roll those shoulders back. Take an inhale. Peel the forehead up off the mat. Lift up through the legs. Feel the warmth gathering in your back. The neck is nice and long. Continue to breathe for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax the legs down, relax the head. Release your hands. Just take a moment. Rest your head on the mat. And then bring your hands up by your ribs. Push up and back to child's pose. So the big toes come together, the knees come together, and then bring your forehead all the way down to the mat. Arms are behind you. And just work on steadying the breath. We're going to transition from into a more receptive practice. We've got our heart rate beating. Now we're going to go into that more slow yin practice. Take another inhale and exhale it out. Bring those hands in front of you. push the body up. We're going to come into puppy pose. So go ahead and walk those hands out in front of you. Stack your hips over your knees. And then bring your chest down towards the mat as you stretch the forearms out. Let your forehead sink down towards the mat. If your forehead can't reach the mat, once again, bring that blanket or block back under the forehead. We're going to hold this pose for 2 minutes. So as you inhale, expand through the heart, and as you exhale, let the chest get heavy. Enjoy that stretch in the shoulders and the chest. So just stay with your breath. Notice if your breath is getting short. See if you can lengthen the inhale, lengthen the exhale. We've got 1 more minute. So we're going to slowly transition out of this pose. So you can come back up onto your hands, bring your hands back under your shoulders, and then push up. We're going to come into a gentle child's pose just to reset. Let's inhale, drop the belly into cow, and exhale into cat. So just work at your own pace here, doing a few rounds. And then we're going to move into a laying chest stretch. So we're going to come all the way down to our belly. We're going to start on the right side. So I want you to take the right arm, just place it out to the side at a 90-degree angle. Take your foreheads on the mat. Take an inhale. On the exhale, press into that left hand and just roll up onto that right side body, up onto your hip. Keep pressing into that left hand, and then go ahead and bend your knees, giving you a little bit more stability here. And now you have a couple options. You can leave that left hand right here on the mat, or you can lift it up and bring it behind your back. If you leave your left hand on the mat, I want you to actively and gently push into that left hand and the right hand. And then find your edge here, where it feels good. You feel that gentle stretch, but you're not in pain. We're going to stay here for 2 minutes. So just focus on your breath, in and out through the nose. So we're gently going to work our way out of this pose. You can begin to straighten through your legs and then allow your body to come flat onto the mat. And then gently bring that right arm down by your side. Wiggle it a little to the left and the right, getting out any tension. And now we're going to bring our left arm out at a 90-degree angle. And we're going to press into our right hand and roll up onto our left side. Once you're on your left side, go ahead and bend those knees. The side of your head and your ear are pressed flat onto the mat. And then you're either going to leave your right hand on the mat or you're going to lift it up and behind your back. If you leave it on the mat, just gently press into both hands. And then find your edge. Find that place that feels good but causes no pain. And be still. Check in with your breath. We're going to gently work our way out of this pose by straightening our legs, coming back onto our belly, forehead comes onto the mat, and then slide that left arm down by your side. Maybe move it a little bit to the left and the right, just creating a little more flow again. And then bring your hands back by your ribs, and we're going to push up and back to child's pose. So in child's pose this time, I want you to bring your thighs relatively close together. We're going to take an inhale and then exhale. Bring your forehead down to the mat. So once your forehead hits the mat, I want you to adjust your legs so your knees are able to support your shoulders. Your arms are at your sides. And then I want you to just find this pose very nourishing, allowing your body to get nice and heavy. Let yourself feel supported by the mat. So we're going to begin to transition out of this pose by walking our arms forward above our head. Press the hands into the mat, pull your body up to table, and then bring your legs to the side and come onto your buttocks. We're going to move into modified fish pose. So you're going to need your blocks. So to come into modified fish pose, we're going to place one block towards where our head will land, and the other is going to be in our mid-spine. So we're going to come down onto our forearms, and then once you're in your forearms, you can take your hands and you can move this block so it's in your the mid-back area. And then go ahead and allow the spine to fall onto the block, and then take your hands to the other block and can move this block underneath your head. If you want a little deeper stretch, you can always turn this block to the higher position. So then allow your legs to fall out to the sides. Let your arms get heavy, feeling this gentle chest expansion. And as you focus on your breath, allow the body to soften into your props and relax into the mat. So we're going to begin transitioning into our final pose. So to get out of modified fish, we're going to bring our forearms to the mat, and we're going to press into our forearms to slowly lift up through our chest, and then come up onto one hand, then the other hand, and then move your blocks out to the side. We're going to come into Shavasana, or a relaxation pose. So just come down onto your back. Allow your feet to fall to the sides, open up your palms, and just soften and allow yourself to be. Go ahead and begin to deepen your breath as we transition out of Shavasana. Go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. And then cross your ankles, place your hands behind your thighs. And go ahead and rock up to a seated position. Bring your hands to heart center, close down your eyes, and set your intention for how you want to feel as you move into the next part of your day. We'll take a nice cleansing breath together. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and exhale it out. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.